Coming up on the British TV watch list.
The dynamic between these two is everything. The show is based on the novels of Val McDermid, and it's dark. Definitely not cozy.
From cozy mysteries to intense police procedurals, we talk about the characters, performances, series, and episodes from your favourite British TV shows.
Well, hello there. Welcome to the British TV watch list. It's Michael T. once again. And this is the podcast for those of us who have discovered that British television is simply better. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. No rankings, no countdowns, no theme, no individual shows or episodes. Just me and a list of what I've actually been watching so far in 2026. Some of these are brand new. Some are classics that I finally got around to. All of them are worth your time. So let's get into it. And we're going alphabetical today because that way nobody feels favored. There could be spoilers. You have been warned. First, All Creatures Great and Small, Season 6. Yes, we start in the Yorkshire Dales, and honestly, is there a more comforting place on television? Season 6 of All Creatures Great and Small picks up in 1945. The war in Europe is finally winding down, and we find James, Siegfried, Tristan, and the rest of the Skeldale gang stepping into a new chapter. Nicholas Ralph, Samuel West, Anna Maidley, Rachel Shenton, Callum Woodhouse, they're all back, and it feels like slipping into a warm blanket. This season deals thoughtfully with the emotional aftermath of war, particularly Tristan's PTSD storyline, and that's handled with real sensitivity. If you haven't started the series yet, I honestly don't know what you're waiting for. There's a whole lot of talk about it. It aired on Channel 5 in the UK in the autumn of 2025 and came to PBS Masterpiece in January 2026. And it's already been renewed for Season 7 and 8. That's how good it is. Next up, Grace, Season 5. John Sim is back as Detective Superintendent Roy Grace. This crime drama is set in Brighton, and it just keeps delivering. Season 5 aired on ITV in the UK in spring of 2025 and hit BritBox in the US and across the world in February 2026. 4 feature-length episodes, each running close to 90 minutes, each adapting a Peter James novel. This season brings in a fascinating new wrinkle. Roy Grace now has a son he didn't know existed, and the writers use that brilliantly to add emotional weight alongside some serious, gripping criminal investigations. Richie Campbell as D.I. Glenn Branson is back too. This should tell you something. My wife was kind of cool on this show. I liked it from the start. She loved Season 5. A 6th season has already been commissioned. John Sim is doing some of the best work of his career in this role. If you love intelligent British crime drama, Grace deserves a spot on your wish list. House of Guinness. Season 1. House of Guinness lives on Netflix, but make no mistake, this is British television at its most ambitious. The show was created by Stephen Knight, the same guy behind Peaky Blinders. House of Guinness is set in 1860s Ireland and follows the 4 adult children of the late Sir Benjamin Guinness as they fight over the fate of the world's most famous brewery. Anthony Boyle, Lewis Partridge, Emily Fairn, and Fiona O'Shea lead the cast, with James Norton, absolutely outstanding, as Sean Rafferty, the brewery foreman.
Well, I worked for your family for 20 years. And I know you're all good-hearted, generous people. But inside every one of you, there is a black, wild cat dying to climb out onto the rooftop and howl.
There are 8 episodes, gorgeous cinematography. The soundtrack is similar to Peaky Blinders. It's got a modern feel even though the show is set in the 1800s. It could take a little time to warm up to. Critics gave it a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Dynastic drama, Irish rebellion, family betrayal, all poured together like a perfectly cold pint. House of Guinness premiered September 2025 on Netflix. If you haven't cracked this one open yet, now's the time. Maigret, Season 1. Now, this one might start a conversation, and I am here for it. The 2025 Maigret on PBS Masterpiece is a brand new take on the classic George Simenon detective. And I mean like brand new. No pipe, no 1950s Paris, no veteran detective brooding over a glass of wine. This is Maigret reimagined. He's a young, driven, thoroughly modern chief inspector navigating Paris in the present day. Benjamin Wainwright plays him, and before you say anything, yes, he's younger than any Maigret we've seen before, but the core of the character is still intact. A detective who wants to understand people more than he wants to simply solve crimes. To understand and not to judge. That's still the heart of the show. 6 episodes written by Patrick Harbinson, the man behind Homeland and The Tower. Stephanie Martini is excellent as Louise Maigret, his wife. The ensemble team of detectives, known affectionately as Les Maigret, includes Blake Harrison and Shaniqua Okwak. Is it the Maigret of the novels? I can't say. Is it a really smart, well-made British crime drama? Absolutely. It premiered on PBS Masterpiece in October 2025, and Season 2 is already in early development. The new Maigret is stylish and worth your time. Hey, here's an idea for you in 2026. Why not revamp the towels in your bathroom? Spruce it up a bit with a bath set from CozyEarth.com. They've got a fresh new color. I just saw it. It's called Tide. It's the color of that area of the water near the beach. A very light green with a hint of blue. Find it at CozyEarth.com. You'll also find some lower prices, some new items, and of course the new colors. Your purchase helps support this podcast. We'll get a commission, and you get a 21% discount when you use our unique promo code when you check out. That's BTVW1. BTVW1 at CozyEarth.com. Miss Scarlet, Season 6. Back to the foggy streets of Victorian London, and Season 6 of Miss Scarlet continues to do exactly what it does best. Give us a sharp, smart, utterly modern heroine in a thoroughly unmodern world. Kate Phillips is magnetic as Eliza Scarlet, and Season 6 digs into her relationship with Detective Inspector Alexander Blake, played by Tom Durant-Pritchard. These two have serious chemistry, and watching them figure out how to be colleagues and something more is genuinely fun to watch. Moses Valentine, played by Ansu Kabia, returns this season after a few series away, and that's good news. There are 6 episodes in Season 6. PBS has announced Season 7 next year will be the last. The Puzzle Lady, Season 1. Now here's a show I did not see coming. The Puzzle Lady stars Phyllis Logan as Cora Felton, a celebrity crossword expert who ends up entangled in murder investigations in the sleepy English village of Bakerbury. Phyllis Logan, of course, is Mrs. Hughes from Downton Abbey. It's a different role for her. Funny, eccentric, and completely watchable. And she plays the lead character. Charlotte Hope plays her niece, Sherry. Aunt and niece have a unique working relationship. That's all I'll say about that. There are 6 episodes. They're based on the best-selling novels by Parnell Hall. PBS aired it in the U.S. starting in February 2026. If you like cozy, you are going to love this show. Riot Women, Season 1. This might be the biggest hit of the year. Riot Women is written by Sally Wainwright, the genius behind Happy Valley and Last Tango in Halifax. and it might be her best work yet. 5 middle-aged women in Hebden Bridge, Yorkshire, come together to form a punk rock band. What starts as a talent contest becomes a catalyst for real, profound emotional change. The cast is led by Joanna Scanlon.
I worry about what he wants and what he expects and how it's going to affect him if his mum isn't what he expects. I mean, he used to have a terrible temper on him, and he can still be a bit that way now. And I always thought that was something to do with him being adopted. And I suppose, from my own point of view, if he did suddenly have another mum, as well as me, well, I could feel even more redundant in his life than I do already.
That's Joanna Scanlon. You also have to see her in No Offense. She's amazing. Tamsin Greig, Rosalie Craig, Lorraine Ashburn, and Taj Otwal round out the cast. This show deals with every challenge known to women. It's already been renewed for a second season. If you only watch one thing from today's list, make it Riot Women. It's that good. Next week's British Television Watchlist podcast will feature Riot Women, so be sure to listen. Silent Witness, one of my favorite long-running shows, just keeps reinventing itself. Season 28 is the latest, and if you've been with Silent Witness for any length of time, it delivers everything you love about it. Emilia Fox as Dr. Nikki Alexander remains the heart of the show. David Caves as Jack Hodson continues to be a brilliant foil, and the chemistry between these two carries the whole series. Maggie Steed and Fran Mills are strong additions to the team as well. Lots of character in these two. There are 5 two-part stories in Season 28. All seasons are on BritBox, with Season 29 coming soon in 2026. Now, if you've been on the fence about this series, you can be a purist and start at Season 1. I recommend starting at Season 8 when Nikki joins the team. The Gold, Season 1, 6 episodes based on the true story of the 1983 Brinks-Mat gold bullion robbery, the biggest theft in British history at the time. Hugh Bonneville, Jack Lowden, Dominic Cooper, outstanding across the board. What makes The Gold work so brilliantly is that it's not just a heist story, it's a character study of greed, consequence, and what happens when ordinary people get in over their heads with extraordinary money. Sharp writing, superb pacing. We talk in depth about this show in episode 6 from this year. I'll post a link to that show down below. And here's the good news. Season 2 already aired on BBC One in June 2025 and is heading to PBS. So if you start now, you won't have long to wait for more. It's available on PBS Passport. Maybe do that this weekend. Wire in the Blood, Season 1. And finally, one of the great British crime dramas, Wire in the Blood, Season 1, aired in 2002, and I just started watching the series for the first time. Robson Green plays Dr. Tony Hill, a clinical psychologist and criminal profiler who helps the Bradfield police track serial killers. Hermione Norris plays DCI Carol Jordan, his brilliant, exasperated, sometimes reluctant partner. The dynamic between these two is everything. The show is based on the novels of Val McDermid, and it's dark. Definitely not cozy. But it is absolutely brilliant, character-driven crime drama. The writing is intelligent. The performances are exceptional. All 6 seasons are available on Acorn TV and Prime Video. So that's my 2026 watch list so far, among others. There's been others too. And honestly, it's been a very good year so far for British television. So before we go, shout out to our listeners in Alistair, Warwickshire, UK, Olympia, Washington, and Woodland, California near Sacramento. The British TV watch list has been heard now in about 200 cities around the world. Wherever you're listening, mahalo and aloha. And if you'd like to support this podcast, because we really could use the help, check out our Patreon site. All Patreon supporters get exclusive content every week. You can also support us by shopping at CozyEarth.com and use our promo code BTVW1, and you get a 21% discount on your bedding, bath, and home goods. That's it for now. Thank you for listening to the British TV Watch List. Until next time, cheers.
The British TV Watch List is written and produced by Michael T. in Honolulu, Hawaii. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. All rights reserved. Copyright 2026. Michael T. Media.